The difference between us and God is the nature of God is holy, but us we are living to become holy. But God himself is not living to become holy, he is holy. That is the difference. So as the scripture says that Moses came with the law, brought the law, but Christ came with a grace. Christ brought the grace. Let me tell you how Christ brought the grace. According to the law, so if a man sinned, he is supposed to die for his or her sin, so as to be forgiven. That is, it is the law. And the scripture says that God is faithful and God is forgive. God can forgive and God is just. What is the criteria that God will use so that he can be just and faithful to forgive us? What is the criteria that God can use to be just the same time he is faithful to forgive us? Because the law says that when you sin, you need to die for your sin, because the wages of sin is death. So you need to die for your sin. That is according to the law. So if God is just and God also is faithful to forgive us, this means that he himself, he had to be come in the flesh. So the scripture says that God stay in the light where no man can approach it. And as you know that when God was talking to Moses, God told Moses that I am God. I am God. And he told them that no one can see me and live. So if no one can see him and live, meaning that God have to come with a form so that you can able to see him, because him is very powerful, is a consuming fire, is bigger than everything. Is bigger than everything. Nothing can be put before him. His righteousness can destroy every wicked people. His righteousness. So no one can stand before him. How God is able to manifest to us so that you can see him, it is through his image. Through his image. And remember, Jesus came and fulfilled the law. Jesus came and fulfilled the law. So no one was righteous except Jesus. So Jesus is the only man who is righteous. Many people, they are saying that God is not a man. God cannot be a man to die. God does not die. Those are the questions that other believers, they are saying, they are arguing. My question is, if you are saying that God is not a man, in the book of Genesis 1:26, let us make a man in our own image, after our own likeness. If God said that let us create a man in our own image, after our own likeness, so what is that image? Where is that image? Where is that image? Because the scripture says faith without action is dead. So God is God of the truth with the evidence. Is God of the truth with the evidence. So when God created a man in the image of him, means that he had that image first before forming a man. He had that image, and that image is Jesus Christ. That's why Jesus Christ existed with God in eternity. That's why in the book of John chapter 1 verse 1, in the beginning there was a word, and the word was with God, and the word was God. So that image is Jesus Christ was with God. It was there in the beginning, and that word was with God, and that word was God. And that word was God. So all fullness of God dwell in Jesus Christ.